What's good, YouTube? And welcome to two YCS's slamming the market. We're going to start over in Lille, and we see the man with the mark with a steel chair from behind. So many people had written him off, managed to do it big. And you have the old-fashioned reactive buyout on it. I haven't seen this in some time where people went after the deck like this. We have the collector rare. It was down under $15, jumping all the way up to $38, and the sales data does go into that range. Also, the I just want to play and have access to this version, the secret rare, was all the way down to $2. I remember this selling like hotcakes at $10 at one point, and now it's back up towards $5. We see Anubis the Last Judge collector rare. It goes up about 25% from $18-ish up towards $25, $26. And then you also have the easier access version, the Ultra, I believe it is, right? It should be, yes, Ultra Rare. It goes from around $2 to $4.30. And finally, Treasures of the Kings. The secret rare was down under $2 all the way to $1.60, and it is $4. I think it just really shows people are looking for ways to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Outside the norm and not necessarily wanting to lab it for themselves. I saw Dinka went with a interesting list, and Joshua Schmidt had that on his channel, but there are different ways to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And still do it big. Now, that top 8 cut is going to be a lot more restrictive, isn't it? In terms of results and how people perceive them and what's going to get out there. But winning it with a rogue deck and that knee-jerk reaction to the market, that feels a bit like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Market, I know. Marshmallow Yummy also was free-falling. You gotta play Yummy. Oh, you gotta end up playing it. Well, Triff ended up playing it as an engine among engine on engine on engine in his deck. It was a kitchen pile 60 card sink. He actually said that his training through Pokemon taught him a lot. You should go check out his profile on it. He has much more words of wisdom on his own deck than I would. But we do see this rising back up above where it started selling day one, $55. It's now towards $58 after its free fall to $45. Now, is that saving the set? Not at all. Dude is duty. It is down towards $43 a box and under. Every single seller is under $43 actually on the front page. This is disgusting. I've already done a rant enough on how stores can't keep taking this, but this set just doesn't have it in it right now. And I see on the second page here, Dominus spiral down. A lot of things are falling out, but I've noticed some quantities are drying up, and people aren't really willing to reopen this. They'd rather sell it at the loss and put it on others. So supply side versus demand. Some of these cards are going to end up in very interesting situations. Like, look at Zero Doom Queen here. I know also her Starlight is one of the big buyouts of the day, but 32 copies and $7, and Radiant Typhoon here towards $8. There's some action happening throughout here because of how things are shaking up. But yeah, up here you see alongside Yummy, the DDD Zero Doom Queen is up, and these 2, 4, 6, 8 cards are the only ones at about a box or above, and everything else has fallen under it in the entire set, including the chases. It ain't good for Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now when the chases have zero lifting power, but a lot of them are getting targeted right now apparently for Genesis format. Doom Z, 0 here, along with the End and the 5. You can see they're all going up and down in quantities. Genesis format has a lot of buyouts still going for it, and I pointed out even Speed Duel managed to do that at first with the excitement it had. So it's interesting to watch where the entire card pool is up for grabs rather than just Speed Duel stamped cards, and how the format's actually going to play out will be actually one to watch. I want to see what it ends up doing. I'm not going to say that format's going to save product, but it certainly is impacting the singles right now, but not so much saving the product like a lot of people were trying to say back to me in the comments. Triff also teched Dark Spirit Mastery at the end of his profile when things were wrapping up, and he used it through Thrust to search a Lava Golem against Lunalight and such decks. That's crazy to me to watch this card get its way into a searchable piece through tech piece on tech piece like that. It is awesome to see a Kitchen Pile Sink in action, and yeah, Triff getting a back-to-back win too is wild. Like, it's crazy to watch this entire shift hit the market from 2 YCSs and end up like this. Again, go check out his profile, way more insightful than I'll be with the meta. Dominus Impulse, way up for the Mega Pack version, almost $50. Nice reprint. I broke down the math in a previous video, but I'll reiterate it here. It is harder per dollar spent to dive into Megatons and see the singles with the current set bloat on the secret rares than it is for their original products. That is sickening. It's not how a reprint product should work, and it's why the products continue to fail. People don't want to dive in. They know that the math isn't there and that it's not good, and this is the result. It's where it's going. Fulos is now above the price for its 10 secret rare than the original prices for the Rarity Collection reprints. Those were around $18, and now the secret's around $21 to $22. And the set itself has fallen even further than we last showed it. We saw a lot of sellers either pulling back or not listing, not wanting to take those losses, and people have come back in taking the losses. 71 of them here, 71 of them there, 90 of them here, and at new lows, $12.62 individually shipped to your front door even. I've explained how people hope that you order multiple, but here are the actual displays, and they're going at a price that ends up, I think, under $12 per bundle. Yeah, it's not good. It's not. It's just really bad. And so you see it tried to rally a bit with people not listing, but people are coming in trying to move their money into other stuff. Doom Caliber Knight from Speed Duels. I think I covered this going, but it currently has no listings. If you like a product from Speed Duels or a card, you might want to actually get it just to hold on for now, because a lot of them are getting targeted, interesting enough. Doomsy just revisiting. I think that it would be for Genesis, but let me know if it's different. These jumps are significant and sizable and turnarounds for the cards. Runic Tip, definitely not for Genesis without that EMZ. It's gone up for its collector rare a good amount. Let me know if this is for future formats or what exactly is happening with this card. The easy access version is still extremely easy access. Brave Eyes Pendulum Dragon only has one printing, yet it is now towards an $18 card, and people in Discord were saying this has really good sales rates. I'm never scared to bring stuff forward if I don't know a reason, and I'm not going to make one up. Let me know if you know why this card is going up so much. Again, needs a Pendulum Dragon monster, so also not Genesis for a little deduction. Despian Lulu is up big. Now, this can be played in Draco Tail alongside Cartesia, and it also can find its way into the future support from the starter deck coming. I would hope it gets a reprint version that would probably be lower rarity than its current one, so maybe these would hold a little. I'm guessing it's some double dipping for that, but let me know why you think this is going. It is played in multiple decks, to be fair. And finally, Do Sofa Cord Coolia apparently saw some action. Ancient Guardians, one of the worst sets of all time, getting a little bit of a buyout. The ultra rare towards $18 and the collector rare towards $27. Crazy times to see such knee-jerk reactions to a YCS, yet zero reactions in the product. Actually, the last opening weekend, we saw the product manage to dip back up and then fall down and then continue to fall out. This time, it's a free-for-all fallout on duty, and that's about where it belongs, swirling down the toilet for now. DLC sets can't prop themselves up. They only offer a bit of demand into the people that have those decks or end up wanting to play them. And that's the problem with modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Product. Even our best ones are failing right now because they're side sets with pretty bad ratios. And then our core sets, which also have watered down ratios versus 2020, it's a death spiral. And that's where Yu-Gi-Oh's at, and stores can't sustain that. Konami really needs to visit that. And I know I put that enough in videos, but I want it also in your head because they're sealed collectors, and a lot of those have gone away for Yu-Gi-Oh! But there's also just people who, like, start to think about, oh, it's so cheap. Well, they're selling it. Maybe I could hit it big. I want you to think. They're also taking platform fees and shipping. If you could find the seller in person, they'll probably ship you this box right across the table at $35 and say, please take it. Like, I'm seeing cases of product, full cases of booster boxes sell for $360 from this year, over and over and over in the groups. It's unsustainable, and I really do hope it gets fixed. And Genesis format is the first real telling. They're taking feedback, they're being adaptive, they're working on things. And this is the final step to enter Yu-Gi-Oh's Golden Age. And I do have hope that it gets addressed, but it needs to be addressed within a year's time. Thanks for watching, everybody.